And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludez, and I am back with a late video today. Sorry I'm a little late. I had to record the podcast, but I am here to talk about the market leading into Season 9, the final season of NBA 2K21 My Team. So, there's a lot of different stuff. I mean, if you're still trying to get Luka, like, you got to grind tonight. There is a lot of XP available, especially in regards to, like, the out of position 4 and Season Rewind 10 guys that are still out there. Same with, like, the Idols 3 Penny. All those cards are relatively cheap right now, especially, like, the Opal and below options, so definitely go pick those up and get that last second XP. We also got a new locker code. I got to give 2K respect for the last two locker codes, though. As much as I hate to do that, last two locker codes have been cool. This one is 2K22 cover, and then, hold on, what's the other one? I think it's cover stars, right? Yeah, cover stars. So, pause it right here. 2K22 cover stars. It gets you a draw. What was I even going to say? What was the word that was coming out of my mouth right there? I don't know. It gets you a Plinko for a Opal Glitch Dirk, Opal Luka, Opal Kareem, or Opal Durant from the Quantum set. None of these cards on face value are very good anymore, but it's still cool to have a free card. I, of course, got Dirk Nowitzki. I wanted Durant, because I'll explain why in a second. But I got an Opal Dirk, whatever. You can probably pick him up for like 6, 7K, which is a fun price for Dirk, if I'm being honest. The reason I'm trying to pick these guys up, though, is because I believe that there's going to be something involving tokens that we're going to see. And my theory is that it's going to have to do with Michael Porter Jr. and LaMelo Ball. So, the reason I think this is 2K did the same thing last year where they put like Wiseman, LaMelo, I think a LeBron, I think Glitch T-Mac, a couple other cards. I think Glitch Shaq was in there too. In a token market pack, I think it was 1,000 tokens and it got you one of these cards. And I think they're going to do the same thing again. When they're going to do it, I'm not sure. So I'm going to pick up these cards while they're super cheap before people are scrounging for tokens. Even if I'm overpaying a little bit for these cards, I'm not really worried about it. Like, I'm saving a lot on guys like Luka and Durant. Like, those two cards are really cheap. So if I have to overpay for, like, for instance, Shaq from the Quantum set or something, because it's 250 tokens, and that's probably the cheapest set I have in regards to locking in. I picked up a bunch of the Gladiator guys, too, while they were cheap after the super packs, so I can lock those 300 tokens in as well if I need to. Or if I don't feel like the token lock-in is like something I really need, then I can sell them all for an increased profit. That's definitely something. You can make a good amount of MT, I think, in regards to KD and Luka, because those guys are so cheap right now that I think they're definitely going to go up. 32K for Shaq is a little high for sure. I don't like paying that, but at the same time, if there is a token market thing, like his price is going to be way harder because he's been out of packs for so long and he had nothing to do with the locker code and stuff. So, trying to play 4D chess out here. It's not really working too well, but you get what I'm doing. Now, like, are there any other cards? I mean, you can pick up, like, current series guys. I'm keeping all the current series 3 and 2 guys that I have in case there are, like, token lock-ins, so I can sell all those guys for increased prices. Karl Malone's still expensive. I'll probably try to pick him up tomorrow morning before the season actually starts. Hopefully I can get him less than, 4K for Lamar Odom. That's a deal, bro. That's a super good deal. Yeah, dude, the rest of them are going for like 15K. That's what I'm talking about, bruh. Karl Malone, 20K. I feel like that's like 19,000 more than I would want to pay for that card, but you know, it is what it is. As you can see, I picked up all the Gladiator guys when they were super cheap too, so I can lock in that 300 tokens, and hopefully I can lock in the Quantum set for relatively cheaply, so I don't have to spend too much MT or whatever on it. I mean, that's the hope. This Bron is going to be buy it now tomorrow. That's my thought on it. I'm not 100% sure what he's going to settle at, but I guarantee it's going to be a buy it now card. That's just me. My voice is kind of scratchy right now because I just recorded a 2-hour podcast, so I'm coming straight from that to record this video, so ignore my scratchy voice. I think Ben Simmons, we're going to get another one during this upcoming season, so definitely something to think about in that regard as well. Michael Jordan, we're getting the GOAT Jordan and the GOAT LeBron tomorrow from what I understand, so expect Invincible LeBron and Invincible Jordan to go down at least a little bit in price, though it's still smarter just to go buy the Pantheon Team USA versions of those cards. They're the exact same anyway and significantly cheaper, so. I wouldn't be shocked to see either Zach LaVine or Chris Webber. I don't think Jeremy Lin. Jeremy Lin will go up in price, but not by very much. Most people have Jeremy Lin or, have enough of them that they could like flood the market. So I don't think those, like he goes up very much in price, but Chris Webber or Zach LaVine, one of these two guys will go up in price significantly. It happened last year with Chris Webber in the Showtime set. So it wouldn't shock me to see Chris Webber happen again. If you didn't get last night's locker code, sorry. That was a pretty good locker code. It gave you access to either a Dark Matter Ayton or a Dark Matter Middleton, and it was a really easy locker code for you to choose whichever one you wanted. So, but Ayton's going for about 8 to 10K, and same with Middleton. So if you're looking to improve your team for really, really cheap, those are really awesome options that you can pick up. All these Season Rewind guys are really cheap, though. Aside from, I think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is still like 70K, and I think Andrew Wiggins is still like 70K. Those are really the only two super expensive ones. Oh, and John Wall. John Wall's still expensive for some inexplicable reason I'm not sure of. But if you're looking to pick any of those guys up, it'd be really cool if 2K were... I know a lot of people are not going to agree with this, but it'd be really, really sick if 2K were to put a thing into... domination, where it was like spotlight sims and you had to use players from certain teams. That would be like super sick. I would be really stoked if they did that, though I do not foresee that happening, so I wouldn't really get too worried about it. That's just like a personal thing I would like to see. Now, if you're looking for like cards to use in domination, if it's anything like mystery domination, you're going to want to have some massive guys at like the point guard or the shooting guard position, because if you have to play like an all center team again, it's going to suck, or even like an all out of position team. So grabbing guys for cheap like Poku, Darius Miles, Cliff Robinson, Yee, even Manute Bol, guys who are playing different positions but are massive and can guard those bigger guys. Because that was like a big problem with mystery domination. The only like the best cards you could use against that all center challenge were like, point guard Ben Simmons, the Pink Diamond one from Inferno and stuff like that. And if you didn't have those cards, you were having a really rough time, or like Magic Johnson. So something to kind of think about. I'm not saying that's for sure going to happen or anything, but like, grabbing at least one cheap, pretty big point guard that you can use, it can't really hurt. So I would recommend going, if you don't want to spend very much money, or MT, I would go after like Manute Bol, shooting guard, or Cliff Robinson, who's a really good defender. And then at point guard, I would go after like Darius Miles, who's like 6'9". So that's kind of the best way I could go about it for cheap. And I think that's honestly who I'm probably going to use anyway. Him and Manute Bol and stuff, like that's the squad. Spotlight Sims aren't going anywhere. I would do this one before tomorrow, though. 21 points, pro difficulty. You get 22 tokens, a Kobe shoe, and a pack in 2K22. You can do it anytime. Like, it's not expiring till the game expires, realistically. So it's not the biggest deal in the world. But I really think we're getting like these kind of packs, but one of them will have like Michael Porter Jr. and someone else in there. 2K is not going to make it easy, dude. They're going to make it like still RNG in some way, shape, or form, but it'll at least drive the price of Michael Porter Jr. down a bit. And the reason I do think this is happening is 2K, I don't think these were dropping that much from the actual super packs. I think 2K inserted a bunch of these into the market because there was just so many of these when the super packs came out. So I think 2K flooded the market with Michael Porter Jr.'s. They do this from time to time. That is something we've kind of figured out over the years, is like they will go in there and artificially put cards onto the marketplace that weren't actually pulled from packs, and they're not being sold by specific people. It'll be by like 2K accounts. That is a thing they do, by the way. And the only time they really do that is before they do something like put them in the token market or something like that, so they can still charge people some MT, drop. The farther you drop people's MT amounts, the more likely it is they're going to buy VC to get their MT back up. So it's like a common market strategy from 2K. It would only make sense. I have no proof that they do this, but like if I was them, I would obviously do this. Especially the hype card like MPJ, I'd flood the market with them, get a bunch of people to spend MT, and then I'd put them in the token market. That's what I would do, personally. It's only smart, right? So, there's a lot of token-based events this week, which means they're doing something with the token market. Before a new season, they never do this. So, hey, I figure it's only fair to end this video on the most cheap Ludez thing possible, which is to do one final pack opening for Season 8. So I'm going to open 5 of these bad boys. Probably more, because I'm not going to pull what I want. What do we got? An Opal. I'm not going to lie, I did not pull very many. I pulled Yao, though, so I can't really complain, but I did not pull very many Dark Matters in these out-of-position forward packs. My luck has both been really tight and really bad for the out-of-position sets in general. Like, the first one I pulled Kobe. Out-of-position 2, I pulled LeBron, I think. Yeah, I did. And then out-of-position 3, I didn't pull any of the Dark Matters. And then, or did I pull one? Yeah, I pulled Granger. That's right. And then out of position 4, I pulled Rudy and Yao. So, like I said, I got Wendell Carter Jr. and Tobias Harris. About the stalest possible combination of players that I could have gotten. Another thing is contracts. Contracts are going to be up in price tomorrow for sure, especially with that new domination. If it is difficult, and I think it will be because 2K has been making every offline grind like ridiculously difficult for no reason. Contracts are going to be super expensive tomorrow. They won't go too much over 700 MT just because it doesn't cost that much more to just purchase a 5-game contract for, you know, like an Opal or a Dark Matter and Invincible. So that's about the height that they're going to go. But if you're someone who has a bunch of contracts or a bunch of contract packs, there is a lot of MT to be made because they're going to sell really, really fast at probably 600 to 700 MT per contract, which is a pretty good price, especially if you have like 100 contract packs sitting in your auctions like I do, or your unopened packs. Wilson Chandler, dude, this dude is so annoying. I hate Wilson Chandler. Like, I like him as a player. I like him as a 2K card. I hate that card because of what 2K did to his tendencies for seemingly no reason. Like, why did you give a card that came out in July the tendencies of a card that came out in, like, November? Like, you know, I don't know. I'm excited for 2K22, by the way. I haven't had any gameplay, and it's probably going to be the same busted, terrible experience that we have in 2K21, but guess what? Cards aren't overpowered anymore, so like this is when I thrive. When I have to like skillfully build teams without super fake cards, that's when I'm best at the game. And so I'm excited for that, personally. And also my channel has grown a lot, so which shout out to you guys. I appreciate you guys for that. So I'm excited to start the year off with like a solidly large channel as opposed to when I started off 2K21 and I had 51 subscribers. Shout out to my man 6PG Joseph. I literally think this dude was like my first subscriber. I haven't seen him comment in a long time, so if you're watching the video still, like definitely jump in the comments and say what's up. But that was like literally my first subscriber, so I just wanted to shout him out. But obviously shout out to all the homies like Tim and Dell and everybody else. Matthew. Shout out to you guys. I like to do shout outs. It makes me feel good. I'm at the stage after getting into a car accident where I'm happy to be alive. Deal with it. Because it is a 5v5 grind, we're going to see an increased price on a lot of playbooks. I could see the Pelicans playbook and the Nuggets playbook going up, not too crazy like with the mystery domination, but pretty good amount. You could see Hawks playbook go up a little bit. Bucks playbook is already expensive, but we could see it go up even more. Like, I'm not even kidding. We really could. It's going for what, 6K now at the lowest. We could see it go up. Even like Pistons and Nets playbooks seemingly go up every time we have a 5v5 grind, even though they give you nothing. Dallas Mavericks playbook is really expensive right now. Buy it now. Like, if you plan on doing domination, buy the Mavs playbook now. Like, it has a couple, like, not money plays, but a couple cheapies. As always, it's been your boy Cheap Lutes. Good luck. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.